Hello. Um, so today I want to explain what graphical algebra is in a sort of the most basic, important, general idea of it. And the idea is that we will we will draw diagrams, little pictures that look like we have blocks connected with wires. That's what the things would look like. And what these will mean is that every block will correspond to an equation, simple math equation. For example, here is a math equation, 3a plus b equals c. Let's call this E. I'm calling this E. And the way I will draw it in graphical algebra is that I will put E in a box with each wire corresponding to one of the variables in the equation here. So that would be A, B, and C. And maybe have an equation f here and then an equation g here. And the core idea of graphical algebra is that we can plug the equations together and that gives you a bigger equation. So if f, let's define an f, have an actual example. F is like 2c equals d. I'm on purpose choosing the variables here so they make sense. So E is this, F is this, and we get a new bigger equation, which is E and F plugged together, that says that both of these things are true. And it's an equation that has three sort of outside variables, A, B, and D. And I've made a new one, right? So the equation might be something like whatever this thing is, I will call it G. And, G is an equation of A, B, and D with made up notation here. And the equation might be something like, 2 times 3a plus b equals d. And I could simplify it, that's 6a plus 2b. I could do that. So this is one way of writing what G corresponds to. And graphical algebra is exactly only this. The way we usually do it is we would choose some basic building block we want. So here I use E and F, but those are maybe not the most natural ones. The ones we would tend to use might be, if let's call plus the equation that is like a plus b equals c, and then let's call times 3 the equation 3a equals b. And so if I do times 3 as one input, has like two inputs, a and b, and then maybe let's call it then plus has 3 wires. So maybe this is b, this is c, and let's call this e. What this does is the same as e. It's the same thing as e because it takes a, multiplies it by 3, adds it to b, and so we get 3a plus b equals c. And graphical algebra is about doing that, building bigger equations in terms, and this one, in terms of smaller ones. And one of the things we do is that there's a common known set of basic things we tend to use. So for example, this one, I actually will conventionally write with a little number in a box like this, in a spaceship. The plus, we'll write with the white circle, and we will have, for example, in the equation a equals 0, that's a plus b equals c. That's a equals 0, that's a very common equation. A, B, C, that's 3a equals b, etc. There'll be some basic building blocks that we use all the time, but the idea of graphical algebra is this. The choice of building blocks will give you different things you can do with it, but it's not sort of fundamental. And so here you go. Graphical algebra is just about this idea of building blocks in 2D. And thanks for watching.